Hello everyone, welcome to the 3rd China International Import Expo, or CIIE. I'm Peng Ying with Xinhua News Agency, reporting from Shanghai. I'm now at the Automobile Hall, which is one of the six sectors, sections at the Expo. Inside the section, there are various vehicles such as RV, sports cars, motorcycle, new energy, and driverless cars. The booth here next to me is called Econo, which is a global design company based in Italy. In order to find out what's special for the cars, today I will invite the general manager of the Econo design group. Hello, Mr.
Colombo.
Hello. Could you please introduce more details and
Yes.
is there any spotlights for those cars?
Right. Yes. So this car, it's a car that I would say is timeless, because if you look at the design, it's really very modern and very aerodynamic. This car was actually inspired by an airplane, a fighter, the Stealth. And they use the principle, and the color is like a titanium. This is a pure electric car. The interior, as you can see here, use the most modern and sophisticated technology, like the touch screen, some screen inside, and it's very, very modern. The colors, the white and gray, matching together with the exteriors. On the top, we thought that we can use the solar panels to recharge batteries. Obviously, cannot recharge fully, but at least give more autonomy to the batteries.
Okay. And
Yes.
with these, as we all know that you're not a well-known brand in China, but you're presented some many years in China, right?
Yes.
And but for so many years, and compare with some well-known brands, why do you think that your company is competitive?
We are a design company. What we do and we design is for the OEMs in China. Basically, for all OEMs in China, Econo has worked in the last 10 years. And we redesign the style of the car in China in the last 10 years. We do not pretend to be competitive with the local OEM. We do not pretend to produce car, but we make projects, and if someone is interested in the project that we do, they are really interested to produce this kind of car, but we are not the producer for the cars. Normally we do models.
Can we have a look at that
Yes.
concept cars?
This concept car is let's say a small city car. That was inspired. Our location is in Lujiazui, just in front of the towers, and this car was inspired by the twisting tower in front of Xinhua Tower, and the design recalled this style of the towers. If you can move here, you can see this car actually is not symmetric. Maybe we can see from the back side. You can see here the line is not symmetric, and look here. So it's recalling the design of the twisting tower. Is an electric car, and since our vision is to design the future, this car, we are thinking something like the car sharing, because we believe the future will be shared. And the car sharing is one of our targets in the future. That's why recently we find a cooperation with the companies that produce autonomous driving cars. Let's say autonomous driving platforms, because we are thinking to make the future autonomous. The car in the future like this, probably in the next 15 years, will not be possible to have a completely autonomous car driving in the city. But at least to have a minimum functionality of autonomous is possible with the low speed. That's why with this chassis,
Yeah, I see that chassis here.
right, we are trying now to develop let's say, vehicles, not only cars, but vehicles like minibus, vehicles for the logistic, because we are trying to redesign the future of the mobility. How will be the mobility in the future? We are thinking how the mobility in the future will be, and we believe that will be with autonomous vehicles. And the autonomous vehicles will work together. They communicate each other, because every autonomous vehicle has different function. We use the autonomous vehicle for the transportation of things, logistic, or people. So that's why it's important the cooperation with Econo and high-tech companies.
Okay. And as we can, the CII is near to the end. And what do you think the Expo brings to your company?
But look, I'm quite surprised about this, because it's the first year we participate to CII, and the exposure that we have with the potential partners, I call partners, I don't like to call clients, but partners, is really amazing, because we have got a lot of interest in what we are doing, in the design, in the high technology we are doing. So really surprised for and very satisfied about this exhibition.
Okay. And what is your expectation for the Chinese market in the future?
My expectation, I'm only positive with the Chinese market in future, because I can see China has how developed in the last, let's say, 20 years. And during the COVID, we have seen how China react well to fighting the COVID. I'm really confident with China economy, because I have 15 years experience in China, and have seen how China also fight the two financial crises we had in the past 10 years.
What about the industry?
The industry is developing, because actually, the reason why we are here in China and our office is the biggest office, even if our headquarters is in Italy, but our biggest office here in China, is because in China we can find technology. All the technology we need, the high-tech technology we need, we can find easily in China. And second, the market in China and the Chinese people is very receptive for new technology. If I compare with some other country, I don't want to mention which one, but in China the technology is going very fast.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing with us. Okay. And as he said, the Chinese consumer are very confident and fancy the new energy vehicles in the current and in the future of Chinese market. And we know that China has rolled out a series of measures to further new energy vehicle marketization. And through those measures, I hope that the new energy vehicle industry will be well promoted in China. Let's continue our tour. And now I'm stepping into Ford. As we can see, there is a muscle town new energy vehicle here. And today we have the Vice President of China Strategy at the Ford company. Could you please introduce us to our audience that what advantages or what there is special for this car?
I'd be happy to do that. Thank you very much. So this is the all-new Ford Mustang Mach-E. What the idea of this vehicle is that it takes advantage of the 56-year legacy we have building the Mustang and selling the Mustang vehicle as one of our high-performance sports vehicles. And this vehicle now is scheduled to be introduced into the China market next year. It'll be, the name line of the vehicle builds on the Mustang heritage, but the Mach-E around the electric vehicle aspect of this. And so the Mustang Mach-E is meant to be one of the fastest battery electric vehicles on the market. So one of the big advantages of the Mach-E is we've focused on the 0 to 96 kilometer an hour speed test, which this vehicle will be able to accomplish in just over 3 seconds. Another great feature of the vehicle is on the battery range. So we expect our customers to be able to drive up to 600 kilometers just on one charge with this vehicle.
Okay. And as I understand the vehicle, and is there any future plans for in Chinese new energy industry in the future?
Yes, there is. This is our biggest bet yet on the battery electric vehicle market. We're putting in place the capabilities to be able to fully design and build battery electric vehicles in China. So, for instance, we've just opened our new design studio in Shanghai last month. That'll give us the ability to do our own design work on all of our vehicles, including battery electric vehicles. One of the great things about that center is it's also going to be the hub for our connectivity business. So the Mach-E will come with our Sync Plus in-vehicle infotainment system, which is something we've partnered with Baidu to develop specifically for the China market, and will become one of the key components of every one of our battery electric vehicles for the China market.
Okay. And what do you think Chinese market as a platform? Is there any competitiveness for the foreign companies?
Oh, I think there's a lot that we're able to learn about the business from China that we're able to export back to all of our business around the world and forward. So things that we see from the Chinese consumers is that they're one of the fastest consumer bases to adopt connectivity solutions in the vehicle. So the lessons we learn in this market, we're able to take from China back to the rest of Ford. It's just one example of what we're learning from the China market and sharing globally.
Okay. And the CIIE is near to the end. And what do you think the CIIE brings to your company?
The CIEE, we've been here all 3 years of the event, and we really like participating at the event. It's a great opportunity to bring everybody from the industry together, as well as to meet up with new potential partners. So over the course of the CIEE, we've been able to meet with all of our government partners, all the way from national level to provincial level to city level, to talk about how we can further accelerate new technologies in China. We've been able to meet with our joint venture partners with Chang'an for Chang'an Ford, as well as JMC. So we love the CIE and the opportunity to really help push our business forward to the next level.
Okay, thank you for sharing with us. And let's continue our tour this way. And the whole new energy vehicle industry in China has witnessed a rapid development and has been leading the world in sales for 5 consecutive years, which is total of 1.2 million new energy vehicles sold in China last year. Here we can see Volkswagen. The Volkswagen Group China announced in September that it is planning to invest a total roughly 15 billion euros, which is about 17.5 billion US dollars, together with its joint ventures in e-mobility between 2020 and 2024. So we're now heading to the booth of Volvo. Let's take a look if they got any new energy vehicles here. I'm now at the booth of Volvo, and let's see what what new energy vehicles they've got. Hello, Miss. Could you please introduce yourself and introduce to our audience about is there anything special for this car?
Okay, I'm Jenny from Volvo Car Asia Pacific. I'm responsible for product strategy in APAC. Yeah. So this is our Xc90 Recharge. It's the top line of our product offer. And if you go to the rear side of the vehicle, so you can see it's a T8 all-wheel drive and Recharge. Recharge is our new series of the new energy vehicle.
This one?
Yes, Recharge. It includes the plug-in hybrid and the pure battery vehicle series. So in every car line of our product, we have a Recharge offer for each of the model. So for this Xc90 Recharge, it has 300 horsepower engine plus a 90 horsepower electric motor. So its total power is around 400. It's 390 horsepower, and it's the all-wheel drive vehicle. So you can enjoy the low fuel consumption together with the driving fun with this high horsepower. And this powertrain combination is available for all of our car line, 90, 60, and clusters. And we just launched the Xc40 Recharge in the Beijing Auto Show recently. That Recharge car is the pure battery vehicle. It's the first BEV vehicle we have introduced in China.
Is there any other new energy vehicles at this booth?
We just exhibit the Xc90, and at the same time we have the Kirsch powertrain. You can go to the here.
This one is also the new energy vehicle?
You can't call it a new energy vehicle, but it's the V5 with the Kirsch engine powertrain. That's the 48 volt mild hybrid powertrain. So we have already launched all the Kirsch engine on our the 90 clusters, including Xc90, V90 cross country, S90. So we will further continue to launch the Kirsch engine in the other car lines from this continually in the next 2 years. And this is also the low emission, quite low emission vehicle, quite high efficiency vehicle.
And can you please share us with your electrification strategy and development, and what the expectation in China?
Okay, actually Volvo Car has been quite pioneer in introducing the new energy vehicle in China. We have launched our first plug-in hybrid in 2015. It's the S60 plug-in hybrid. It's even in the previous generation of the platform. So from this platform, Spa 1, we have planned new energy vehicle on each of the line. And at the same time, we have introduced the curves. So we have several steps. We have the curves to reduce the fuel efficiency on the ICE engine vehicles, and we have the plug-in hybrid on each of the model. And then we will have the pure battery vehicles gradually introduced on all of the car line. So from the next generation of the platform, Spa 2, we will only have the BEV vehicle on the model.
Is there any other spotlight at this booth?
If you go to this one, you can see the Zenz vehicles equipped with camera. So I will let Rickard to introduce you more about this vehicle.
Okay.
Hi.
Could you please introduce us this fancy car?
Yes, so this is a car that we use for developing the next generation of autonomous driving. Especially for China, we use this one, so we drive around and to collect some data that will later then be stored, and then we can verify and validate that our software that will be used for autonomous driving will work perfectly for the Chinese conditions. So with this generation of autonomous driving, the car will be responsible for the drive. So it's a big difference going from the solutions that we have and that we find today, where the driver still needs to be there in case something happens, into going to this next level, which is the unsupervised solutions, where the car is actually responsible for the journey. And this is a car that we use for developing this in China.
Is there any expectations for Chinese market in the future for your company?
Yes, indeed. Just like for electrification, also autonomous driving is very important for Volvo cars, and we are an instrumental part in enabling this for Volvo cars. So I think China is the largest automotive market in the world and also the largest individual market for Volvo. And autonomous driving is picking up very quickly with the high technology that's being driven here from China. So we have very, very strong expectations and hopes for the Chinese market for these kind of technologies. So we're looking forward to working together with Volvo Cars on these projects together to make this real.
So will you come back next year?
We were here last year, we're happy to be here this year, and I'm sure that we'll be here next year as well.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for sharing with us.
Thank you very much.
Now here is the booth of US Carmaker Tesla, which is one of the most eye-catching booths in this section of the Expo. Well, Tesla has a Gigafactory in Shanghai. It is the company's first overseas plant and the first solely foreign invested car plant after China's scrap of cap on foreign ownership of new energy vehicle ventures. The factory broke ground in early 2019 in Lingang area, and earlier this year Tesla began to deliver made-in-China Model 3 sedan to the public. And according to our previous interview with Tom Zhu, the president of Tesla Greater China, despite the impact of the COVID-19, the construction and operation of the Gigafactory maintained rapid progress with the support and help of Chinese government at all levels and partners. The Shanghai plant had turned out more than 85,000 vehicles with an industry output of about $3.2 billion by the end of September, and with the weekly production stabilizing at 3,500 to 4,000 vehicles. Export of vehicles and batteries by the plants are estimated to reach $450 million within the year. Last month, Tesla began exporting its made-in-China Model 3 to Europe, which is seen as another signal of the rapid development of foreign automaker in China. The first batch of 7,000 sedan manufactured by Tesla Shanghai Gigafactory departed from Shanghai by sea on October 27. And Tom Zhu also said the exporting made-in-China Model 3 sedans to Europe is a milestone in the development of the Tesla Shanghai Gigafactory, to proving to the world China's speed in construction as well as quality of made-in-China products. And as we can see, there are almost every booth has one or some new energy vehicles, and the industry has gained the popularity here in Chinese market and also for Chinese consumers. And how will these new technologies pump the new energy vehicle industry in the future? We will see. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.